Shohei Ohtani is usually the guy creating chaos for everyone else. But this time, he got trapped in one of the strangest endings you will ever see. Picture this. Bottom of the ninth. The Dodgers are down by 1. Bases loaded. 1 out. Freddie Freeman is at the plate. Shohei Ohtani is on first. This is the kind of moment where one bounce can change everything. And then it did. Freeman hits a chopper toward Marlins second baseman Xavier Edwards. At first, Ohtani breaks toward second like any runner would. Totally normal. Totally expected. But then, in one split second, everything changes. Ohtani realizes he is not going to get past Edwards before Edwards fields the ball. So he stops. And right there, the entire play turns into a nightmare. Because once Ohtani stops, he has to make a decision immediately. Keep going and risk getting trapped. Or go back and try to buy time. He chooses to turn around and run back toward first. And that is the moment everyone is talking about. At first glance, you might think Ohtani had a plan. Maybe he was trying to distract Edwards. Maybe he was trying to force a longer chase. Maybe he wanted to create just enough confusion for Freddie Freeman to reach first and for the tying run to score. In theory, that sounds possible. In reality, it completely backfired. Xavier Edwards did not panic. He did not rush. He just played it perfectly. As Ohtani ran back toward first, Edwards chased him down, tagged him out, and then stepped on first to complete the game-ending double play. Just like that, it was over. Not just the game. The series too. The Marlins took the series on a double play, and the Dodgers were left standing there after one of the weirdest finishes imaginable. And that is what makes this play so fascinating. Because when fans see Shohei Ohtani make a mistake, the reaction is instant. People want to say he messed up. People want a simple answer. But this was not a simple play. Even the article makes that clear. Fans criticized Ohtani's decision, but this was a brutally tough situation. The ball was hit in what was basically the nightmare spot for the Dodgers. Think about it. The ball goes to the second baseman. Ohtani is already moving toward second. Freeman is running to first. The bases are loaded, so every runner matters. There's almost no margin for hesitation. And once Edwards fields that ball cleanly, Ohtani is stuck in an impossible pickle. That phrase really matters here. Impossible pickle. Because Ohtani was not just caught between two bases. He was caught between two bad options. If he keeps going, Edwards can probably still get him. If he goes back, Edwards can chase him and still make a play on Freeman. There was no easy escape route. No obvious genius move. Just pressure, instinct, and about 1 second to make a choice. And this is where the play becomes even more interesting. The article suggests there may have been only one possible way to create a different outcome. Maybe, if Ohtani had tried to juke Edwards and force him to waste more time chasing him out of the baseline, maybe that could have helped Freeman reach first. But even that is not presented like a sure thing. It is just a possibility. A what if. A maybe. That tells you everything. This was not one of those plays where the answer is obvious after one replay. This was one of those plays where baseball gets cruel. Where the ball lands in exactly the wrong place at exactly the wrong time. Where even a player like Shohei Ohtani ends up looking human. And honestly, that might be the most surprising part of all. Because Ohtani is almost always the player putting defenders in panic mode. He is usually the one forcing bad throws, rushed decisions, and impossible choices. He is usually the chaos. But this time, he was the one dealing with it. This time, the pressure was on him. This time, Xavier Edwards had the answer. And give Edwards credit here, because his role in this finish was huge. The article describes him as the speedy second baseman, and that speed mattered. It helped him get to the ball, control the moment, chase Ohtani, make the tag, and still reach first to finish the double play. That is not just luck. That is awareness and quick execution in the biggest moment of the game. So when people replay this ending, it should not only be about what Ohtani did. It should also be about how sharp Edwards was. Because once Ohtani turned back, Edwards did exactly what the Marlins needed. No hesitation. No mistake. Just clean baseball under pressure. And still, what makes this moment memorable is the sheer awkwardness of it. You almost never see a superstar like Ohtani caught in a sequence that's strange. He takes off. He stops. He retreats. He gets tagged. The fielder steps on first. Game over. It happened so fast, but every step made the play feel more unusual. The kind of ending that makes fans rewind it immediately just to process what they saw. That is why this is more than just a bad break for the Dodgers. It is one of those baseball moments that sticks with people because it feels so rare. Not a towering home run. Not a diving catch. Not a strikeout with the game on the line. A base-running trap in the bottom of the ninth with Shohei Ohtani at the center of it. That is the kind of chaos you do not forget. And if there is one takeaway from all of this, it is that baseball can humble anyone. Even Shohei Ohtani. Even in the biggest spot. Even with the bases loaded and a chance to change the game. One awkward bounce. One split-second decision. One perfectly played reaction by Xavier Edwards. And the whole night flips. The Dodgers had the pressure advantage for a moment. Bases loaded, 1 out, down by 1. That is a dangerous situation for any defense. But the Marlins turned it into the perfect ending for themselves. One chopper. One trap. One tag. One step on first. Double play. Series over. That is why this finish felt so bizarre. And that is why people are still talking about it. Because usually, Shohei Ohtani is the player making everyone else look trapped. This time, he was the one with nowhere to go. If you think Ohtani had a better move there, let me know. And if you think that ball was just placed in the absolute worst spot possible for the Dodgers, I want to hear that too. Subscribe for more breakdowns, because if baseball does one thing better than any sport, it is giving us endings nobody sees coming.